everyone, this is Mark the Knife Maker 123 back with part 5 of my bug out bag system, and this is the bag I would be carrying on my left leg. It also will be attaching to the gun belt and wraps around my left leg. It's a very big heavy duty pouch. You can find them on eBay or Amazon. I have 2 spare mag carriers. These will have my SR22 mags, and on this side I have what they call a drop pouch. This opens up into a great big pouch, so you can use it to collect firewood or wild edibles or anything like that, but I would have it filled with full mags. Right below it, just for snack, I have an orange flavored Millennium bar, 400 calories, and a Mayday cinnamon flavored 400 calorie food bar. Those are just for snack, and everything that I would carry in this bag would be the things that I would need to access and use without taking my bug out bag off and opening it up. So everything in this bag is going to be the things that I may need the most. So start right here. I have 2 extra rotary 10 round mags for my Ruger 1022 with the rubber covers for them, just to keep the dust out. They're not really waterproof, but again, I would have these filled up. They're not filled now. This container has a small bottle of gun oil and a silicone rag soaked with gun oil that I would use just to wipe down all of my guns when I got a second, because you really should. That should be a priority to everybody. If you're carrying a gun, you have to keep them clean. If you get a second, break them down, clean them, wipe them down. Those are going to keep you safe, keep your prep safe, so that's a priority. Another knife that I would carry with a very long lanyard. If I had to take this out, I would tie it around my belt so I would not lose it. If you really don't want to lose anything you have, this is just a basic Swiss Army knife camper. It's got 2 blades, an awl, a corkscrew. Not sure if you would need that, but it has a can opener. That's something that might come in really handy, and they come with a pretty good saw. So again, this is just something. I'm probably going to have 14 knives on me, but you can never have enough. I make knives, but I carry the ones that I know won't let me down. A small pair of vice grips. You would not believe how handy just a small pair of vice grips would come in handy. You're never going to know what you're going to do with them. There's 1,000 different things and reasons, but a small 4-inch pair of vice grips, in my opinion, would definitely be something that you would want to have on you. This is a camouflage makeup kit. I'm a boy, so yeah, they're really cool and I had to get them, but the biggest reason I would carry this is because it comes with a mirror. So if you're out walking around in the weeds, in the woods, summer's coming up, there's deer ticks, there's all kinds of reasons why you would need a mirror if you scratched your face. So having a small mirror, I think, again, is going to be really important. I know everyone's hooked on TP, so we definitely have to cover TP. I have a small pack of Kleenex. Just, you can use it for Kleenex, blowing your nose, or TP. And here is a vacuum sealed bag of these towel pellets. You can find them on eBay and Amazon. I know it looks like a tiny pill, but you add a little bit of water to it and they expand into a pretty good sized towel that you can use for toilet paper or cleaning yourself up. And again, you're going to see everything that I think is important vacuum sealed to keep it dry and fresh until I need it. More spare batteries. You can never have enough batteries. If you run out and you have lights and you don't have spare batteries, you're out of luck. Again, I would use lithium batteries. They last for 10 years or more and they don't leak. So 2 AAAs. These are the small ones for my Petzl E-lights, and these are the CR123 lithium batteries for the gun lights that I have. So you're going to see these in every pocket, every case that I have in my bug out bag. I have spares for the spares. Anything that requires a battery, have them sealed up really, really good so they don't get wet. And again, go with lithium batteries. They last, a long time and they don't leak. This, I know it's hard to tell, but it's a small headlamp. It has a small clip on it, so I can clip this to a belt, to my hat, to my webbing on my bug out bag. It has multiple settings. I think 5 looms and 200 looms plus the red light. I would suggest not carrying the 10,000 loom lights because yes, they're very bright, but they're going to light up the whole area. People will be able to see the light for like a mile away. So if I'm going to use a light, I want one that has the lowest setting. 5 looms, 10 looms, 20 looms is really all you're going to need. And the red light really does help. A pair of earplugs, just in case you have the time to pop them in. Even a 22 is going to be loud enough to hurt your earrings, so if you have a chance, you can pop these in. I have more with me. Here's a vacuum sealed bottle of hydrogen peroxide. Here's a small first aid kit with antibiotic ointment, and all the basics, alcohol prep pads, band-aids, just the basic. I have a way bigger, better stocked first aid kit in my bug out bag, but again, everything that's going to be in this leg bag is going to be for what I would need without taking my bug out bag off. So I would want the basic band-aids, moleskin in case you get a blister on your foot, antibiotic ointment and bandages, just to cover the basic cuts and scrapes because you don't want an infection. So that's something you really should take seriously. Hydrogen peroxide, a small bottle, antibiotic cream, burn cream packets. Sorry to babble, I'm trying to cover everything as quick as I can so these videos aren't long. This is a 50-foot spool of bank line. Bank line is very, very strong. It's oiled rope, so you don't have to worry about getting wet. And bank line, again, is really strong. I have paracord, but bank line you can get really cheap, and it's very strong. And the more cordage you have, the better. I have a Leatherman Wave multi-tool for the reasons that, wow, they're too numerous to name. A Leatherman multi-tool has everything that you might need to fix stuff or get through stuff. So just, in my opinion, I want to have one on me. This, I know it's hard to tell, but it's a small crowbar. It's just a very small crowbar. I have it padded so it doesn't rip through the case. On this end is a small fork tip that you could use to break through a fence. You stick the forks into the fence and then twist it back and forth to break the fence, just in case you have to get by a fence that you can't climb. Small crowbar, just because you don't know what you might need a crowbar for to break into a building, a door, a car door. It's got a small hammer on the tip, so just having that with you. I'm not thinking just surviving in the woods. This is going to be survival, so I would carry the basic tools you may need. And this, it's hard to tell, this is a 4-hour candle. This is a container filled with Vaseline impregnated cotton balls and a couple plain cotton balls with a big glob of Vaseline. Vaseline and cotton balls, in my opinion, are the best, easiest way to start a fire. They take a spark really good. They burn for a long time. And this is another backup light my fire container. I forget exactly what they're called, but they work. And this is just a normal lighter that you can use for the spark, and it's filled up with cotton and flints, not really the fluid. I don't care about the fluid. If you have just a little bit of cotton and a spark, it's very easy to get a fire going, and there's enough in there to start thousands of fires. And last is this small wood stove. You can find them for like 20 bucks on eBay. They really don't weigh much. You can put it together. You can fit a canteen cup or any steel cup on the top of it. You're not going to want to build a big fire. You just want a fire big enough to boil a canteen cup of water or a steel cup of water. True, you don't need this, but it really doesn't weigh much, and it would be really handy to just, start a small fire with a cotton ball and some sticks, and you could boil a cup of water. So all this again goes into that leg bag on my left leg that gets hooked to my gun belt. So this, my right leg carry, goes on my gun belt that are on my jeans and would be on me all the time. So when I took off my bug out bag and the rest that go with it, and the food bag, when I set all that down, this stuff would always be on my gun belt and would always be on me. So when I took off my bug out bag, laid down, wanted to rest, all the basics and the stuff that I would need would always be on me. So that's it for this one. Sorry to babble, sorry it was so long. It's Mark the Knife Maker 123. Please be nice if you add a comment, and really leave a comment. Whether it's good or bad, let me know what you think. Let me know what you would add to it. I have a closet filled with totes with anything you might say add to it, but again, you could only carry so much, and I'm going on the mindset I only want to have on me what I'm going to need to survive. To me, it's not going to be woods crafting or camping or building bug out debris shelters. This is going to be survival. The basic tools I may need, a crowbar to break in, just the basic first aid stuff that I would need if I got a small cut without stopping to get my bug out bag off. That I have a really extensive first aid kit with it, with tourniquets and clot stop and everything else that you might need for a serious wound. Not that that would do you any good without finding a doctor, but I'll get into all that when I open up my bug out bag and show you the contents. So I think I'm going to just go over the bug out bag and the 4 components that you see, the bug out bag and the 2 canteen carriers and the Nalgene carrier. I'm going to lay those out, explain what the bug out bag is, and then I'll probably do the food bag and its contents, and lastly, the longest video is going to be the bug out bag when I break that down and lay it all out. So thanks again for taking the time to watch. I hope some of my ideas help you guys. These are all things that you should have thought out. Try and round up anything you might need and have it all put together and ready to go. If you have to go out the door, you're not going to have an hour to run around the house saying, where's this, where's that, what should I take? Everything here gets repacked as soon as I'm done with the video and put into a tote. So hopefully I'll have a little bit of heads up warning to put on my clothes and get these leg bags on, get all the guns and the mags filled and ready to go. So if I did have to go out the door, all I would have to do is put on the bug out bag, grab the food bag, and go out the door. Thanks again for watching. Sorry to babble, sorry about the bad filming. This is done on my cell phone, which I know sucks, but again, I'm doing the best I can. If you got any ideas or questions, just feel free to add them. Be nice in the comments. Have a great day and be safe.